Good evening, everyone. I'm Barbara Ellzey, and thank you so much for joining Motivational Monday. We have an exciting show for you tonight. Stick around. We're going to have a good time. Hey, good evening. Listen, I'm so glad that you're here. I know we took off last Monday, but tonight we have another exciting broadcast for you all. Before we even get started, go ahead and hit that share button. Invite your friends to come and join us tonight to enjoy Motivational Monday. Share. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and just subscribe and hit that like button and stuff. We want to get as many people on here as possible. We all need motivation and inspiration. So like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Anwar. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, about 2 weeks ago, we walked the red carpet with some actors that's on their way. And so tonight we have another exciting show. We're bringing on some women who are into the beauty industry in their own right. And I'm so glad that they're here with us tonight. We're going to bring on our first person, and we're all going to be on this camera together, as a matter of fact. But I just want to introduce you to all of them. They are going to bring some exciting news for all of us to kind of like, it's the summertime, you know, we want to get our makeup right and our lipstick right and just enjoy this summer with beautiful colors, come out of all that, you know, dark stuff. That time is over with. So now we're going to learn some things about what's the right choice in makeup and what's the right choice in hair. And even a personal stylist is here. I don't know about you, but I would love to have my very own personal stylist to dress me every day. So I want to bring on my guests so you all can see them. I would like to introduce to you all Miss Brianna Campbell, Miss Egypt Walker, and Miss Michele Robinson. Brianna Campbell is the owner of Beaufluent. Egypt is the owner of Lamy, and she's also into real estate with her husband, as well as we have Michele Robinson here, who is the boutique owner and a personal stylist. She is the owner of the Arc Boutique. Everyone, please welcome these lovely ladies as we gain knowledge from them. I am so glad that you all are here. I'm glad you all are here. I really, really am, because there's some things that I want to learn as well. I'm excited. Yes, Connect. We can really learn some stuff. Because with myself, because with myself, I try to keep myself like, I like natural stuff. And when I see women just really, really step out, I'd be like, wow, she's courageous. Or when they change their hair. Now, like Michele will go from long to short to shaved. And I'd be like, man, that is so courageous. I don't have that courage to do that. So I always just do the same thing over and over, whatever. But I admire women like Egypt, like your hair. You have taken your hair. I mean, just cut your hair off. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. You guys got courage. And Brianna, she just, sometimes I don't even know who she is. She just go from this to that, to this to that. But you guys have the courage to do that, something that I don't have, and which I need to get. My daughter Talia always say, Mom, get some color, pop some color. I'll be like, no, I don't have the courage to do all that. But I admire you guys that you do those type of things. And it's wonderful. So we're just going to jump right into it, because we got a lot that I want to cover with you all and just get this information out to the ladies. So Brianna, I'm going to start off with you. Okay. You're the owner of Beaufluent.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. And you have a growing modeling club.
Yes.
Where you're teaching women how to model and things of that sort. Tell me, when did you decide to go into being a cosmetologist? I thought it was a makeup artist, but you said it's a cosmetologist because you do everything, right?
Yeah.
When did you decide to go into that?
After my freshman year in college. So originally I went to school for theater and speech. Yeah, no, it was not.
Yeah, no.
It just wasn't. I wasn't passionate about it. I didn't know what to do. And then my parents, they sat me down. They like, Brianna, You just randomly sit up and do your makeup at 1 o'clock in the morning for no reason at all.
Wow.
And you do your hair, you change your hairstyle every day. Why don't you consider cosmetology school? So I was looking at the city colleges
Mm-hmm.
in Truman. That's the only city college that has cosmetology. And I was able to get the STAR scholarship, so I'm going there for free. I'll be graduating in December.
Oh,
So,
wow. Congratulations.
it's gonna be amazing. So
Uh-huh.
I just felt like I'm like, everything just flows so nicely because at my original school, my original university, I didn't have a scholarship there. I had the church scholarship and that was it.
And
But
that
I
was
was
it.
able to receive a full ride, the STAR scholarship paying nothing, not even for books.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is exactly what I needed to do.
Congratulations. We're going to talk about that. That's awesome. And Michele, wife, mother, entrepreneur, whole family is just fashionable. All of them, they walk in there like they coming out of Hollywood somewhere, all from Peyton on up, the baby on up. All of you guys are fashionable. I mean, every last one of you, your mom, she's always on point. Her husband is on point. You see what I'm saying? You guys, you're just a fashionable family. Have you always been like that?
I have. My Aunt Betty and my mother, growing up, I used to always watch them get dressed up and they always dressed like classy ladies. So I grew up, all my extra money I would like earn, or, you get your allowance, I would go to like the beauty supply and buy like lace gloves and earrings. And so I wouldn't go buy candy and junk. I would just go buy accessories and purses and stuff. And my mother has so many old pictures of me just dressed up, fully dressed, sitting in the living room with nowhere to go. But it's just always what I've always been into it. And I just love for women to feel beautiful, because if you feel beautiful, that comes from the inside out.
That's
so
right.
I love when women are confident and feel beautiful and look beautiful. And because everybody's definition of beauty is different. So my teenager is going through this phase now where she wants baggy jeans, and I'm like, ugh. But I'm like, if that's what her definition right now of beauty is, express yourself, be that, because you have to feel comfortable with who you are. And it's funny to see when you mentioned Peyton, because Peyton is the exact same way. She is the girly girl. She is the one. She is the girly girl. Mommy, I can't go outside. My barrettes don't match. It's so. But it's like I said, it comes from a thing of having confidence. And growing up, I didn't have a lot of money, so I just learned to be creative. That's the thing. We just learned, we learned to be creative with what we had. I would cut up skirts, make shirts, patch this and patch that,
So that's what Peyton got that from. Remember Peyton I think she turned her shirt upside down or something. Yes. That's what she got that from.
Sleeve off and made a skirt, so, and we let her do it. We have a space for her. And if we just let her be creative, because like you see with Brianna, you don't know where that creativity can take you. Right. And I would rather them do something that they're passionate about and that they love, because when you do something that you're passionate about and that you love, you never feel like you're at work.
That is so true.
You feel like you're doing what you want to do. That's
very true. Yes. Yeah. Yes, and we have Miss Egypt here. We're going to talk some more about that because she didn't know until I started sending her pictures. But I used to take pictures of Michele when she was on the praise team, and it just be cute. She'll have on, a dress, and then she'll have on some lace Bobby socks. I'm like, what? But it was so cute. It was so cute. And I'll always take pictures of you. I was like, wow. I love the way you put things together. It all comes together and it complements you. That we're going to talk about that too. Clothes and makeup and things that complement your body size and who you are. Yes. And then we have Egypt Malone Walker here, all the way from Plano, Texas. I am so glad that you are here. Yes, ma'am. All the way from there. I'm glad that you're here. Now you're the owner. All of you ladies are owners, and that is wonderful that you stepped out and said, this is something that I wanted to do. You all are entrepreneurs, and you're the owner of Lami the brand. Yes. And I know when I first saw that, I was like, what the world does Lami mean? So I want you to tell me about that. And also you started into realty. You're a realtor with your husband at this brokerage firm and everything. And when I saw that, because I watch all of you, everybody I bring on this show, I watch you. You have no idea how I watch what you do. And when I saw you doing that, I was like, wow. And you selling some big houses out there.
Yes.
Yeah. That is
Well, we relocated here in 2018. Me started from pain. You eulogized my mother's funeral. My mom died in 2017. So Lami was originally just something for her to keep her name alive, to keep her legacy alive. It's an acronym for Linda A. Malone Immortal. And then I started figuring out like all these cool definitions for Lami. Like it means beautiful, delicious. It means to shine bright. Just a lot of other attributes that go along with the name. So we started that with apparel. I have Lami apparel. We have beauty collection. New beauty is coming. I'm working on a new capsule collection that's coming. And then because I sell houses, I thought it would only be best to have home. So we'll have candles and things of that nature that will be launching soon as well. And then when we got out here, my husband was like, you know, I'm going to real estate. And he was like, I think this would be good for us as a team, as a family. Most people who are successful are husband and wife couples. And he challenged me, and this is during the pandemic, and I had got laid off from my job, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, you know. And so I did it, and we've been thriving. We are 100% entrepreneurs.
Oh wow,
it's awesome.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I love how you said I'm gonna do it, because sometimes you just have to jump.
Yes. I really was fearful because I was just comfortable. You know, I've been in retail, executive sales, retail, luxury brands. That's what I know. So when I branched off to Lami and doing clothes, I'm like, okay, that's not as far-fetched. But when it came into real estate, I'm like, okay, I got to learn a new skill. And one day, you know, I just sat with myself. I'm like, what is it? Why are you so fearful? And because I was fearful of it, I challenged myself to do it. And now that I'm on the other side of it, it just fits. Like I'm so grateful that I took that leap of faith.
Right, and because you know what, we all from AFC, we all learn about how faith, you know, and how Dr. Smith teaches about faith. But our faith becomes challenged when opportunity presents itself. It's not that you just jump at the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this. You know, you say, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that. Then you be like, but what if? You know, it's always that what if. And, you know, that doubt comes up, and where you have to just doubt the doubt and say, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I be on Instagram a lot. I like to be on social media because I like to learn. And there's a lot of free things that you can learn on social media. And I like to listen to what they say. And a lot of them talks about fail. And when they fail, they just fail forward. And some of them speaks about their failing as if that was the catalyst to push them to where they needed to be. And they was like, it's, you know, that failing is a part of you taking on that passion, Brianna, that you decided, you know what, I'm going into makeup. And I like the way how you say your parents said that to you. Well, Bri, you know how to do makeup and things. That reminds me of my daughter, Talia. Every Christmas, even now, every Christmas, she wants some makeup, Michele. Every Christmas. You know what I want? What do you want, Talia? Makeup. And she'll just make her face, then wash it off. Do it again and wash it off. And me and George, we used to be like this, you know, like what is the sin deal is wrong with her, you know? And she would make her face up, you know, and she'll change it, and then she'll change her hair. We never knew who she was going to be coming out her bedroom. We never knew. But that has always been like a passion of hers. She's always had this drive of fashion, like you, Michele, when she was smaller. I remember I came home from work one day, and I kept looking at her, and, you know, it was something was off, but I didn't know what it was. And I kept looking, and, you know, I was taking off my makeup from the day. And I looked at her, and she had put eyelashes on. She was every bit of maybe 5th grade or whatever. And she had on eyelashes, and I got scared. What? How did you put them on there? Because, you know, you got to use the glue and stuff. And she just sitting there talking to me and batting eyes. And I didn't know. Oh my God. So yes, yeah, me and George, we just throw up our hands and go in our room, whatever. But your passion, as you spoke about, you're going to school for one thing, and then your parents point out to you, Bree, you do this really well. And I've always said people can see you better than you can see yourself. They can always see you, and they can see what's in you. And sometimes when people can see what's in you, it's a good thing. And sometimes it's a bad thing, because sometimes people can see what's in you and then they begin to fight that thing. You may not even be there yet, but they will fight what they see because they know, where you're going. So I'm glad that you took that leap of faith. And you say you're booked up for this summer.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
The month of June, I'm completely booked, and half of July. People
my God.
taking those days up.
Isn't that wonderful? That's when you
thank you.
Wonderful.
Following your passion, and you are a beast. You good with it. You really are.
She really
When we was backstage, and I was talking to Michele about when she was doing my makeup for my birthday. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm gonna look like. And she was doing this and pulling out that and pulling out. I was like, oh my Lord, because I love being natural and stuff. But then when I looked at it, she left me natural, but she did highlight me at the same time. So where do you want this career to go? What do you want to do with it? How far do you want to go with that?
I want to do a lot, but I want to start with just working in the salon first to get some more education, and you learn a little bit more. So everyone's been saying, and then I want to open at least one salon, but I really want to transfer what all my knowledge as being a cosmetologist into like my modeling club, because I want to eventually make that club an agency. Okay. So I'll be the artist and stylist teaching. That's my biggest thing. I want to teach people to be comfortable in who they are, like with what I do with makeup. And here, my whole point, like Beautfluent, is influencing people in the beauty industry. So that's why I could Okay. So I just want to really just enter the beauty industry in every aspect of it, because there's a lot of standards, and I want to break all those like walls and stereotypes and all those weird things that put you in a box. I want to be outside of the box. So I want to do a lot.
Yes.
I love your end goal, because you said I want my own, my salon and things of that sort. So it's moving along on that journey. That is awesome. Follow your passion. Keep going with it. What do you say to that woman? One thing about Black women is that we have different hues, our colors, different color. We are just wonderful. I love seeing when an African-American woman has just dressed herself up. I love seeing that, I do. Don't you? I really do. I loved when she has taken that time out and she's walking. I don't care what size she is, and she's walking in her stuff. I'd be like, man, that's all. I love seeing that. And I always say it doesn't take anything away from you to compliment someone, to tell them that they look. It takes nothing. It takes nothing away from you to compliment another sister. And so, and Michele, with you, you have the Arc Boutique. What did you get that name from, the Arc?
So the Arc came from my daughter's Reese. So it's accessories closet. So then I just shortened it. But it's because I started when she was much smaller, and because she, I was a single mother, and I always had a passion. Like I said, I would, in college and in high school, dress my friends. They would come over, get all my accessories, dress me up. I need this, I need that. And so it was just what I've been doing. And my best friend, I remember her telling me, she said, one day you're going to stop doing this for free, because what you do for people is a service. So one day, she said, I'm out. It's not my place to tell you when, that's between you and God. You need to pray about it. She said, you're going to stop doing this for free, because you spend so many hours getting other people together, because that's what you love to do. And because you love for people to feel good about themselves. She says, but you don't have to do that for free. And we talked about that conversation the other day. And she was my first real styling, my first styling client, head to toe, and that was in my early 20s. And I was just like, I have to do something I do on the side. But when I got into it, and like Egypt said, sometimes you have that fear. I think I've always had that fear of the unknown, because I'm like, look, I just can't be out here doing it. I still need this, I still need that. And a little bit I still have that, but I do focus more on now doing what I love, so I can eventually do that only and do that full time. You know, and it's good to have a husband that is supportive, to have a family that is supportive, because my husband absolutely supports me in what I want to do. And he is my biggest fan, but he also gets on me when I'm not, you know, when I'm just like, he's like, you ain't made no post, you ain't did nothing, what's happening? What you I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, but I need that, you know,
exactly.
I need that. Because if not, like you say, like you said, Egypt, you get comfortable, and it's just like what you know. So it's just like, oh, this is what I do, you know. And it's also, it is a lot of work. So
it is
going into that, and I think I've always been one in the past to be like, it's going to be too much work, but it's good work. So I don't mind.
Exactly. And it's your passion, and you do it well. And one thing that I like, and there's some comments that was coming up, because Pam Folletti was like, she's my stylist and stuff, you know. So, but one thing, and it's a good thing, because some people just don't have that knack of how to, you know, put their things together. Have you ever seen women? I don't want to say that. I don't want to get in trouble. Sometimes we can buy things expensive, but I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to get in trouble.
I understand.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And it has a price tag. It has a price tag, but you'd be like, you know, right?
And people. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, it has a price tag, but it's not really hitting anything. You know, when I was coming up, we will always shop, you know, like at the different department stores, Evans, you always want to shop places like that. But I'm going to be honest with you all. A lot of my clothing comes from the Goodwill, and I absolutely love it. It comes from the Goodwill. Now, I may go to a designer resale shop, right? Some places like that. But I like things because they're quality. They're really quality and all of that. So one lady said, you know, you always shopping. And I just had to say, you know, you say that in kind of like a derogatory way. But let me tell you where I buy my clothes from. I get my clothes from the Goodwill. We say Roma sale. But one thing that you said, Michele, was this. It's not the clothes. It's who you put inside the clothes, right? It's who you put inside the clothes and stuff. So it's the confidence that's in you that really makes the clothes looks well, you know, and stuff. So it's just a way that sometimes we have to be taught how to pick out certain things to wear. Would you agree with that, Egypt?
I would totally agree. And a little background, I grew up thrifting. My parents, my father, that's where I learned about designers. Versace, Carolina Herrera. I mean, all of that is from thrifting from a little age with my parents and with my grandmother, and even furniture, and just I still have different antiques and pieces in my home that has been passed down from my grandmother from when she was thrifting and vintage shops and stuff like that. So I come from that. So I can bear witness to, it's not about the price tag or how much the clothes cost. It's the person that make it. It's the style. It's the swag that you have and what you bring to the table. And a lot of times, the person that's focused on the price tag is battling with something else, some insecurities. Now that's a different subject to talk about,
right?
Because
that's what I was about to say.
Cover that up, those insecurities up with money.
Yes.
I used to, Toya said eclectic styles. I want to say about 10 years ago, I did a whole fashion show. So this business is crazy how God can bring things full circle.
Right.
And through pain brings out your purpose. So I was styling, I want to say 15 years ago, like Michele said, been cutting up clothes, making outfits, dyeing hair, doing doing everything since I was a little girl, and never saw myself as this person that I am now. But
right.
But God.
But isn't it a beautiful thing, ladies, when you grow into yourself?
Yes.
And it takes a minute. It takes a minute. But once we grow into ourselves and find out who we really are.
And then when you do that, you won't accept nothing else. It's like, I know who I am. I know what I want. And I have no desire but to do what God sent me out to do.
Created you. He no desire to do.
Right.
He created you to be.
Right.
Who he created you to be. You know.
So it gives you patience, Barbara, and everybody, because you get patience to wait on that thing. Oh, it hasn't bloomed yet, but I have patience because I know it's gonna, like, as the young people say, I know it's gonna pop off. You know,
You know, and Oprah said it like this. She said, when you come into your aha moment, you know, and when you do get to that aha moment, you be like, you know what, this is who I am.
Yes.
And I am who I am. You know. And that's that. And that's that. And
that's that.
All y'all like, and that's that.
That's that. That's it.
You know, this is who I am. I am who I am. It doesn't matter anymore. That's where I'm at now. This is who I am. It doesn't matter anymore what you think. You know, when you get a certain age, you know, you start, you know, different things. You be like, no. You know, because when you're 50, you're fabulous. You understand? When you're 60, honey, you just sexy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
But you know what? It takes a lot to get there. You have to work that thing out.
You have to work it out.
I'm so happy for Brianna being a young person who has it figured out now and evolving and stuff, because you know, you have to work through some things, and God have to, you know, build character up and work through you, and then once you get that confidence,
I like that. That's it.
That's it. And a lot of times, I think we're growing up, you have to know your circle, because a lot of times, a lot of stuff depends even on the people that you're around.
Right.
And who you surround yourself with. And if you don't have the right circle, because I had to go through that and learn that. And I was just like, nah, you know, I'm for this person, but that person isn't for me. So it's just, and now at 44, I'm like Bishop Jakes. I have the gift of goodbye. I will let you go and
wait, y'all. Bless and release.
Yes, that's right. I'm telling you, and you have to do that because you want people, even when you're going through and have those doubting moments, you still need people to be there to encourage you and be like, okay, you can cry and be upset, but put your big girl panties on and get back to work because you got something to do. And that's very important. Egypt, you touched on something my mother and I was having a conversation about this just the other day. A lot of people hide behind designers and labels and you know, and I feel like a lot of it is generational. It's a lot of social media. Everybody got this and whatever. And it's so important to know. I could get a dress from Target and still accessorize, jazz it up. And it's not even seriously, but you know, like you say, those are deeper issues that people don't want to deal with. Because if you feel like you're not anything, unless you have on a designer or this, that, or the other, then you need something else other than the shopping spree.
Right. I'm looking at these comments, and Phyllis Jackson says that she's 70 and sexy, honey. No, 70 and slaying. That's what she said. And your mom is popping on there. She tells her, I'm 67. I'm sexy 10 times. You know, 50 is sexy. She said at 67, I am sexy times.
I aspire to
you know
that, okay.
So
me too.
And so the thing about it, what we do know, and we've all gone through this as women, you know, we put these faces on and we hide behind a lot of things until we come into that awareness. And you're right, Egypt, it is a process. It's a process. It's a growing. And it's okay. We are expected to grow. We're expected to grow until we get to that certain place where we become confident with ourselves. We have that confidence, and then we have extra because we have that God confidence as well, as you have mentioned. But a lot of times we mask, we would mask ourselves, and again, we pile all this stuff on and stuff as if that's going to make us okay, and it's really not. It's really not. So we're talking about beauty. We're talking about fashion. We're talking about you young ladies being entrepreneurs. And I think it's excellent that you all stepped out and you all doing wonderful things. And not only that, you're influencing other people. That's the thing about it. You don't know who you're influencing by showing up, by doing what you're doing. And we want to be that right influence, so someone can be with us and follow, behind us. Brianna, what does your peer say? Because you're the youngest on here. What does your peer say?
Involving like me and the beauty, and they think it's cool. They just really want me to link up with them and let's do makeup. Like that's how they are now. Like a lot of people want to, a lot of younger people, I realize that's a little bit younger than me, around Reese and my sister's age. They just want to watch me do the stuff, like watch me on live doing my makeup, because they just think it's so cool. They might not like makeup or know anything about makeup, but that the fact that I can do these different looks is just like cool to them. That I'm like, they realize I don't do makeup because I'm insecure, but that I love the art of makeup. You love the art, and you know what that shows. That's a big stereotype, especially like when you grow up in church. Like certain things is like, can I do this? Should I wear makeup? Is this bad, or am I wearing this appropriate or whatever? Like when I first started wearing makeup to church, I didn't used to wear makeup to church at all. Right. I used to do my eyebrows. That's about it. But when I started wearing makeup to church, people were like, oh, what's that? And then they at first like, and then when I started doing it more, it's like, okay, I'm kind of feeling it. Now it's like, wait a minute. Yeah. I'm loving makeup. I love you doing this. This is awesome, because people want to know why you're doing makeup. And it's a huge stereotype that people do makeup because they don't like something about themselves. Like when you first started doing makeup, I got a lot of, you don't need makeup. I know I don't need it. It's not a need. It's something I want to do. I love the art of doing makeup. Even with my hair, I colored my hair randomly. Yes, you do. Yeah. I came to church, and it was so funny because no one said anything but like, Brianna, this is amazing. And I was expecting a lot of different things, but people like, this is you, this color is you. And I did my eyebrows the same color. So it was just like, okay, this is nice. My parents loved it. Everyone's pretty much like responding well. At first it wasn't like that because makeup wasn't in then. Right. But I always would see people at church, like, for example, everyone in this live right now, I've always looked up to y'all, including your mom, Sister Belle, Sister Gloria, all of them. I'm like, okay, yes, you can be bold and beautiful and love Christ. Like people act like those things can't coexist for some reason. Right. So I love the fashion and stuff. So I come with my outfits and I just wear what I want to wear. I wear my dresses, I have my makeup, I do my hair, how I feel, who I am, not being someone I'm not because I love Jesus. Like you can love Jesus and be fabulous. Like people act like you are a kid's kid. Why are you dimming yourself for whoever? I don't know who you're doing it for, but I'm not going to do that. So you can still follow your passion and do the things that you want to do, and you can still love Christ. We are in the marketplace. We're everywhere, we're everywhere. So again, I like how you said, I broke out of that box, and Egypt, I think you also talked about, all of you guys really alluded to not being in that box. And Michele, you came to the place, something that a passion of yours when you was a little girl. You reminds me so much of my daughter Talia, because what she used to do this stuff when she was a little girl. She's in makeup. Always wanted lip gloss, always wanted, they get their allowance. I would take them to the beauty supply store. My other daughter may get this, that, and that. Talia would get the lip gloss, the this, the that. I'd be like, where you going with all this stuff? No. But it was pink, lip pink things. So she took what she had, as you did, and turned into a profit, a service, and I'm so glad that you got to the place where your friend told you, you need to charge for this, because you know us, you know us, right? We would think, Brianna, that your service is always for free. It's not.
It has a price tag.
No,
And whatever the
all.
price tag is, that is what I'm supposed to pay. Girl, give me a discount. We go to the same church. No, whatever. I touched on something. I know I did. But whatever the price tag is, that's what you're supposed to pay because you're respecting that person's business.
Yes.
You're respecting their business.
And we need to get around that. It's this one word that we have when it comes to entrepreneurs and supporting Black businesses and just things of that nature. It's called, it's this word, support. Oh, I support your business. I support. And it's like, I don't know what word we can use, but we need to use something else because I'm offering you a service. And
exactly.
You're paying for the service because you like it.
Right.
It's not charity. I'm not charity.
That's right. Come on, Egypt. That's right.
Support me. I have a price tag. You like my service, you buy it. If you don't like it, then you don't.
That's that.
I'm not a charity. I offer a quality product for my clients and for my people, and we're really passionate about this. And so, that's why our prices. I feel like you shouldn't discount your prices. And
No.
You should really be supporting me because I'm one of you.
Exactly.
Here, I took the faith and I did what God told me to do. I should be
exactly.
Yes.
You know what, Brittany? I mean, Egypt. When I started Motivational Monday in 2016, that was my goal because you know what? There's so many amazing women out here doing things, right? And so some of them just need to be connected, to other people. And so the word can get out. And that's the reason why I started Motivational Monday. But I also believe this too. If that's your price tag, that's the price tag, And if you go in Macy and buy something, they ain't gonna say, oh, you my sister girl, I'm gonna give you. No, that's the price tag.
That's it.
So we need to get out of that. There's no, that's right. Don't ask Gucci for a discount.
Wait. This is another thing. I got to bring it up since we in this space. I have to say it. I also think we have to give each other more grace. For example, I shop with a lot of Black businesses. Sometimes things come on time. Sometimes things don't. Things happen. I would never go online and blast them. Oh, I don't like shopping with Black businesses because this and that and this and that. But you'll go to Gucci and get bad service. You'll go to Macy's consistently and get bad service. But you don't write no report on them. You don't say anything about them. But when it comes to me or my business or in our culture, now you got something to say. So I just want to say we have to give each other more grace. Not saying that we're lowering the bar, but we are small businesses. We don't have the machine behind us.
I love it.
Those top companies.
No.
Give us grace.
Yes.
We are
the same grace that they give the businesses.
Yeah. You said what, Brianna?
The same grace that they give the other businesses.
Exactly.
Like Amazon. Your package could never show up. And people will not even call Amazon. They're like, oh, my package didn't come. I'll just keep on waiting. They don't do anything. They don't dispute the charge. Like with stylists is a huge thing. We stopped using PayPal because people they will literally tell you they love the style. This happened to one of my stylist friends. She's a hairstylist. The girl was like, oh my gosh, I love it. She taking pictures everywhere of her hair. It was braids, long braids, like to her ankles. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And she disputed the charge on my friend and said that she didn't pay it. So that's what they do to stylists.
Yeah. I have a friend right now that's going through that. Yeah.
So we have to find different systems because they already, when people for Black businesses these days, they search for the negative first before they even just treat you like a business. Right. It's not, I know I'm Black and I have a business. It's not just you supporting me. I'm not, like you said, I'm not a charity. You don't have to do this to spare my feelings or make me feel good because I have clients who come into me because they actually want to book me, to work with me. They love my service. It's so many, it's weird being an entrepreneur, especially now within this past 2 years. It's been so awkward because people feel like they're obligated and it's like, no, you don't owe me anything. If you want to book me because you want to book me, not because you feel like you owe me something and then ask for discounts. That's weird too.
But you know what? I think what has happened to tag on to that in the last 2 years, I think in the pandemic, people's eyes has really opened to certain things, right? This is why we're hearing on TV with the news reports. They asking people to come to work, to come to work, and and I've never seen that before. That even the president said, "Y'all got to come back to work," and the people are like, "We're not coming back. We're not gonna come back and be stressed out by companies." I know how to bake a cake, and so entrepreneurs are popping up. People are tapping into their passions and they're tapping into their gifts. And so I was going to say this. I think during the pandemic, I think it opened the eyes to a lot of people, that they are saying, you know what, we do need these services. We do need these services. So I'm going to plant my money there. And I think that has opened a lot of people up during this pandemic that they want to support. They really saw who the machinery was that was keeping everything going. We thought it was the large companies, you see, but it's those little small companies that people don't even pay any attention to that's keeping the money flowing in the economy as well. So they got a sense of that and we're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this with them over here and stuff, because it is those small businesses, those small entrepreneurs that's keeping money flowing, and people realize that. And so they're tapping into that, that I want to be supportive. I want to plant my money into what she's doing to help her grow. Michele, you was going to say something?
Oh, no, I was just, I was speaking on what Egypt was saying. And she, with the grace, it's like, because a lot of times we are the shipping, the admin, the customer service, we wear every hat in our business. And like I just went through this with somebody that saw a post on Instagram, and I mean, she let me have it through her email. I said, but I sent you your I sent you your tracking number 4 days ago, and so everything I did everything on my part, but the first thing she said was, "See, this is why I don't shop with Black businesses." I said, "But ma'am, your package is on its way." Right. Oh, I didn't check my email. But like you say, they go directly to the negative.
Yeah.
And, I said, well, first of all, once the postal, I pay for what the shipping is. And like you say, Egypt, now with COVID, half the postal workers aren't coming back to work. So they're short staffed. So I'm like, that's that. But again, it was a blast. It was Black business. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for your, I was like, I hope you enjoy your purchase. It was nice doing business with you, because what you can't let one thing discourage you from doing 104 things.
Exactly.
You can't let that happen.
We put the
because you're not going to be able to please everybody.
That's right. That's true.
That's true. And we're not perfect. We they have the expectation of it has to be perfect, and sometimes you're gonna drop the ball, but that doesn't mean that I'm not striving for excellence. I just don't have the manpower, so let's just giving us a little grace.
That's right. And even with you, Brianna, when you go and you do your service and you booked up, you carrying all of your makeup with you. Yeah, you're carrying all of your product with you. Everything. You're going from wherever your locations are, carrying all of your products, to get there. So it's not going to always be like that. You know what I'm saying? As you continue to strive, it's not going to always be that. And it has to be that process where you do put in that labor, that work until it starts moving. And once it starts moving, then you can, you'll be able to hire people. You can get an assistant that you want, that assistant that you want, Brianna. Yeah. You can get those type of things. But in the beginning, when you take that initial leap to become entrepreneurs, you got to put in the grind, that grind work. You have to do that to get your product out there. One of the things that I love about years ago, like Famous Amos, when he baked his cookies, and I always tell bakers this: if you have a product, give it away. Give your baked goods away first, and because if they're good, the people are going to automatically come back. And I had to tell a friend that I said, give it away. When you see people, just say, here, try this, a little sample, try this. I said, and if it's good, they're going to come. Somebody like me, because see, I like to eat. So if it's good, I'm coming back. I know you got a customer in me because I love to eat. You know, but Famous Amos went from door to door, giving his product away, you know, and then he became Famous Amos because he gave it away. So, but, you know, in terms of you guys' services, what you all have, you have, you know, your beauty, you have your clothing, you have your clothing as well. That's not something you can just give away, you know, like that you can just give away. But I applaud all of you for what you are doing. You guys are really, you know, the example of it because you guys wear your product. Whenever you all step out, I saw Egypt and something. I was like, you look like money. What in the world? What's happening?
I'm rocking Michele necklace, right? Michele, you know, I'm always wearing these necklaces. I love them. I get so many compliments on them. I send them to the website. And I'm wearing my.
And you got everybody layering them. Everybody wears them in layers now. So now when they order them, they're like, I want to layer them. Like, you had a picture and this pretty girl was on there. She had them all layered up. I'm like,
Oh, wow. Really?
I love that.
And that's how that goes. So Michele, well, let me ask Brianna, because Brianna, I know you want to start a modeling club. So what size girls are you looking for? Are you looking for all size girls?
I don't have a size or a gender. So I have male and female models. I've started with an age range from high school to college, really college age, but I'm like ready to widen it. So far I've been using like the people that like started with me on my hair and makeup.
Okay.
So those were the people I started with, and now it's 7 models right now, and now people are contacting me from different states like, oh, I want to model with you all, and so I'm like, we're Chicago based right now, but give us some time. I
gotta see you some stuff. Piggyback. I'm just thinking, yeah. So then we're gonna models do that, and then we could partner up.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we I plan all the shoots. I get the photographers, like, because I'm in that community in Chicago. It's a large creative community. So I have a nice rotation of photographers. I get my models. And sometimes like it's where instances where people need models for their business launches and stuff. And then that's money in the models' pockets for doing the shoots. And then they get free products and stuff. So they've been having a good time. A lot of people have been coming back from college, so we're about to have a lot of shoots this summer.
That is awesome. You know, the reason why I asked you the size, and Michele, I'm going to ask you the same thing in a minute. When I started doing Miss Voluptuous pageant some years ago, and I got that bug when I went to Miss Black Illinois, a pageant, right? And I had never done a pageant before, and I had never really been to a pageant. But when I went to Miss Black Illinois, it was absolutely beautiful to see all of these Black girls, and they was just gorgeous, and they makeup. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. So what I did, I went to the director and I just said, how can I support you? I would like to volunteer. What can I do? And the next year, she said, I want you to be my co-director. And I just got that bug, you know. And so that led to me, I said I wanted to do a pageant where it was kind of uncommon. So the plus size women. But let me tell you about these plus size women. Baby, they had more confidence than you. I'm telling, they had some confidence on them. And we were rehearsing stuff. But when they hit that stage at DuSable Museum, they turned into different people. I'm like, who are these people? They have so much confidence, and it built their confidence too, because they was there and all the people came to see them and things of that sort. But they, you know, sometimes we think women who are maybe, you know, plus size or a little larger, that they don't have confidence. They usually have more confidence than the smaller women. They really do. So Michele, with your business, the ARC and being a personal stylist, how is that coming along? And what are you doing these days with that?
So I have been working, finding new vendors and trying to find some more higher end vendors because, you know, a lot of people get in, and I'm sure Egypt, like being in sales and stuff, you can attest to this. A lot of people get into like, oh, I'm gonna sell accessories. I'm gonna have a clothing line just because they think it's like quick money. They think it's like quick, it's something I can do real quick, but it's really not. And
It's
you
really
have
nice.
to have a passion to do it, because so many people want to do it. So they throw themselves out there, and then you don't hear from them. And then that's it. It's like, oh, you started a clothesline, but what happened?
Right.
So I took a little break during COVID. It was a lot. We at home all day. Everybody's in the house together. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this time to regroup. And just because when I do redo like a semi relaunch for Accessories Closet or for Art Boutique, it's going to be what I want it to be. So I have I'm bringing in like all my new accessories. I have half of them. I'm about to do a light posting, but probably like mid-July. And I'm not doing like clothes anymore. It's just going to be strictly high-end accessories, meaning like scarves, bags, you know, and with fashion accessories. I'm not saying it's not no knockoff bags, and you can go on Instagram somewhere, I guess, and get that. But because when I told somebody high end, they like, oh, you gonna have such and such. No, I'm not gonna have that. But I'm saying higher end fashion accessories.
Okay.
Because I feel like I take pride in the accessories I sell. I have necklaces that I have had for 10 years when I first thought about, like, and these are, you know, and they call it like, oh, this is, you know, your little costume jewelry. No, this is stuff that I still have from 10 years ago, because I do pick my vendors and I do vet the jewelry, you know, because I want to see it. I want to touch it. I want to see what's happening with what I'm giving to my clients.
Yes.
So I'm doing that because I just, you know, like you say, people pop up and I'm gonna sell jewelry, and then it's just like, okay, well, I have a real passion about it, so I don't want it to be like this fly by night and get into like, oh, let me hurry up and do this, because no, I'm here to, I'm plan to be here to stay, so I want to do that and do it the right way.
Exactly.
And then I'm working on a it's like a subscription style service, because so like you can just, it'll be a link where I'll send you like the links to where you can go purchase items, you know. So I put together this look, and it's all budget friendly, because I am a budget friendly shopper.
Okay.
Because I like to shop. I do splurge sometimes, but I like to shop. So I have to make sure that I'm doing it in a smart way. You know, I have 2 girls. They like to buy stuff. You know, they like to have stuff. So we just have to, you know, and then right now we're at the stage in our life where we have a kid next year graduating high school. So we just have to be very conscious of what we bring in and show them to be responsible what we put out. So it'll be a budget friendly, but it will be like as the young folks say, the outfits in the sets will be lit. And but it will be there will be some items on there that if I put an expensive item, I'll have an alternative. Like, you know, you can get this from here, or, you know, the alternative budget friendly is this. So I'm working on that now. And outside of just building up my clientele for styling, because like you said, a lot of times I have clients that have the things in their closet, they just don't know to put them together. I'm like, girl, you got everything you need right here. But it's just putting them together. Because a lot of people are just like, no, I'm gonna wear this, and this. And I'm like, let's do this, that, and this. And it's like, I had all this time, you know. So it is what it is. Some people can see things. You know, I am honored to even be having like a conversation with Egypt, because I love Egypt. Is one of my people where I'm like, let me see what you got on, sister. What you girls, as you know, she know I will always be like, what she got on today, because she's one of my people that I absolutely love how she puts things together. Absolutely. So it's just a wonderful thing. And I don't let me tell you, I love to pay people to do what they do. If I don't have to do it. And because I went out.
Yes.
A sidebar, Brianna, when I saw that baby's hair yesterday, I told Mike, I said, get the dates that she available so she can braid Pepe's hair. Like, So I want to do that, because I can't braid no hair. I can't. You see this? I didn't comb my hair today and threw all my vacation hair. So, you know, it's just like
just message me.
Look, I am for women being confident and loving themselves.
Yes.
It's whatever version of themselves that is.
Exactly.
Because like you said, I will change my hair in a minute.
In a
Because some days
minute.
some days I feel like having short hair. Some days I want to have a ponytail, whatever. But that's the version of Michele I want to be that day. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I love when women embrace themselves. And I love that Brianna is young and doing that and being an example. And being, my daughter saw her hair color. And now all her graduation pictures, hairstyle she sends me is this hair color. I said, oh, okay.
I love it.
See, and that's that influence. That's what I'm talking about. That's the influence.
I'm telling you,
it's not too, right. It's not too much. And I was going to ask you that, Michele, as being a personal stylist, and I wanted to bring this out so that the listening audience can hear it as well. That you can help them put their clothes together, how to match it, things together, because a lot of times we buy things and really, I'm gonna put this with this and you just go ahead and buy yourself, but sometimes, like you say, having that eye of putting clothing together and matching the accessories, it can change the whole entire outfit. So you all listen, she's a personal stylist. She knows how to put your things together, all those clothes we got in our closet, and we just, throw stuff, whatever, however we do it.
And you know what? A lot of times it's very important for women to know how to dress for their body type, because I'm the type, I'm curvy. So I know just because they make it in a curvy size, some things may not be for me, or even it may not be flattering on me. And that's, I do a whole, like when I have a consultation, we go through, I have a whole, it's a 5-page thing we go through, because I want people to know, like, you can look good. You just have to put on what compliments you.
What compliments you.
It has to complement your body, because everything, and don't go to the store looking at the mannequin. I'm about everything that's on it. Don't ever do that.
Exactly. Because here's the thing, you have to remember that you're putting your body into this garment, right? So if your body, you're putting your body in there, and you're right. So you're curvy. I'm top heavy. So it's a certain way that I have to, buy my clothes and things of that sort, because it is what it is. And so we have to know what to get. I can't get, because the way my body is, if I get something a size bigger, then it's going to look real big on me. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know what your body size is. So I wanted you to say that in being
don't be afraid to use a tailor. Always have a tailor on hand. And I can refer people to the best tailors, some of the best tailors in Chicago, because my husband does custom suits. We know them. We will refer you. But I will get something, and purposely, I have a bag of stuff right now that I have to take to the tailor, because to get that fit that we want, that you wanted to have, you just have to get it to tailor you. And I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference.
It does. And so I was going to ask them, thank you for that, Yvetta. She just asked, how do she reach out to each of you? Brianna, how can someone get in contact with you?
So I'm really social media everywhere, or my email, my Facebook, because we're on Facebook Live, right?
Yes.
My Facebook is Brianna Campbell, my name. You can add me on there and literally message me. I'll respond. My Instagram is ButeFluent with 2 underscores. I'll just type it in the messages, the comments on Facebook. And that's pretty much it.
So they can contact you on Facebook as Brianna Campbell. Is that the same for you, Michele, that they can contact you on Facebook as well?
Yes, because I'll get either way. On Facebook, I have the accessories closet page, but I also have an accessories is ACCESSO, and then it's Reese. But just go to Michele Robinson, and then you can see the link to accessories closet is on there. And Instagram is the Art Boutique. So that that's the easiest way. And my website is linked to that.
Okay. And you as well, Egypt?
Yes. Egypt Malone Walker on Facebook, EGYYPT. And then on Instagram, I'm Lami the Brand, at Lami the Brand. My website is lamithebrand.com. anything real estate related, Instagram, Ken Legacy Inc. Ken Legacy Inc.
So, and where Yvette Gray just said she couldn't find someone. Are you speaking of you couldn't find Brianna, Michele, or Egypt? So
she just sent me a friend request, so I know she got me.
Okay. So Yvette, we'll make sure that you would get Brianna, which is Campbell, not Brianna Yvette, but Brianna Campbell. And Michele Robinson is with one L. So Brianna. Okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. All right. So we'll make sure you all get that information. Listen, ladies, you want to get in touch with them. Brianna can do your makeup for your very, your wonderful day that you have planned. You got Michele Robinson here who has her own boutique, as well as she's a personal stylist, someone who can show you how to hook up what you have in your closet already. And then you got Egypt Walker, who has Lamy. That is, and I still want to talk to you about your real estate, but I've been on your page and I saw Lamy and I was like, wow, I love those jackets. As a matter of fact, I did see your jackets.
I'm pivoting, as Michele stated, with her business, new business models. It'll be 3 years for me in July. And so I'm retweaking some things. And so at first my line was more so unisex, but now I'm gearing towards just women as far as the apparel side, because I know that that's my market. Okay. And I still do the jackets. They are custom. Mm-hmm. So people inbox me, and then I do that on the custom side.
They are beautiful. I saw them. They are beautiful. They really are. They're beautiful. I love your line, and congratulations to you on that. I didn't know it was something that you did in memory of your mom.
Yeah.
So wow, that's amazing.
I try to get that point out there. A lot of people, I struggle with that, because I'm like, you don't know what Balenciaga means, so why you gotta know what? I mean, I shouldn't feel that way. I feel like if you like it, you should buy it because you like it.
Yeah, because I remember I contacted you and I was like, Egypt, what's Lamy? What does it mean? Because I had never heard it before, and then you told me what it was and stuff. So I think, because I thought it was unique, I just like, well, what is that? Mm-hmm. So that's excellent.
Look out for my candle. I'll have a candle soon. A good aroma, some rainbows and some other things to light up.
Wow.
My goal is, the reason why I do these things, I call it, at first it started off with Lamy, and then we branched off to the brand, because mm-hmm. I want people to see that this is a complete package, mm-hmm. Apparel, clothes, beauty products, home. We might branch off into something else, because it's my goal to be in the store, in a major stores.
Yes.
Like that, as branded, when you think of Calvin Klein, or when you think of something like that, I want to be like Lamy, Lamy the brand. So
definitely. And you know what? And you find people doing that now too. They get their products into the stores. So definitely yours is going to be in there as well. And Brianna going to have her modeling club and all of this that's going on. You guys rock. You know what? Like the kids say, y'all rock. I don't know if y'all still say rock, but y'all do. Y'all do. This is wonderful. It really is. I'm so happy for each of you and what you're doing and your brands, and you're getting it out there and stuff. And I just say, keep going. Keep going, lady. My birthday is 6/17. Brianna, I don't wear makeup, but would love to try to get it. Okay. All right. Reach out to
me.
Reach out to her.
Facebook. I think I just followed her on Facebook.
You saw her on Facebook? So I want to get a lasting word from each of you for the woman who feels like, this is not her, or you guys know what I'm trying to say in terms of, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have what it takes. What would you say? What would you say? Because you ladies are following your passion. And if all of us, I always say this, if we all take the time and just get still and just let it come to us, we would know what it is that we're supposed to do. Thank you, Valerie. They definitely are. They definitely are some outstanding young women. You're so right. Thank you so much. Valerie, we was on the red carpet. Now we're trying to see how we can get ourselves together, for the red carpet, so we can look good and stuff. So they telling us what to do. But what would you say to that woman? We always want to leave a word of inspiration to them that's still, kind of struggling and starting their passion. They're afraid, that fear that you spoke about, Egypt, that we all have when we're getting ready to step into something. So,
I'm sorry, Barbara, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
Ironically, I was just talking to my husband about this, and I think the biggest thing is, and start. I think there's so many things that lead up to not starting. You have the fear you have to overcome, the naysayers of what people are going to say about you, or what people, you're so worried about the they, and does it make sense, or what my family think. I think you need to really sit with yourself, get alone by yourself with God. Okay, do some prayer, and as Michele said, having that circle of people around you that are your encouragers.
You gotta have them.
And then you can, run ideas by and not feel intimidated. And then the biggest thing is to get started. Just do it. Because so many times we wait for all the ducks to be in a row. We wait for everything to be perfect.
Right.
But you have to have that leap of faith, get started, and the rest you just start. Don't worry about the how. We get so caught up in the how a lot. I'm not saying that you just don't have a plan, but do the best that you can on the back end and plan, but then just get started.
Right.
Once you get started, everything else will start coming together.
And that is very true. You have to start. And it's that start, it's that start where all of that emotion and all of that, that attack and stuff. But once you start, then you can kind of see your way. But it's getting to that start and stepping over into there. Michele, what word would you leave for the woman who needs inspiration?
Like kind of same thing Egypt said. Don't let your circumstances get in the way, because a lot of times we're mothers, we work, we have, families, we're single, whatever your circumstance is, pray and first of all, ask God for confirmation. Because when you pray and ask God for confirmation, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I have tried to do things that I know it wasn't for me, but God will put you where you're supposed to be. But don't go after the overnight success. Social media is a curse. It's a gift and a curse, because people look at social media and they're like, oh, this person is having success and I'm not. I've done this. And don't look at that. Don't think you're supposed to be an overnight success. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Make it work and keep doing it. But like you say, you have to start, and don't make excuses. But just know that everybody has their own path, and you don't know the success that you see in front of you. You don't know the backstory to that.
Never.
So yeah, it may look like somebody had an overnight success, but they could have been doing this for 15 years prior, quietly. And now it's like, okay, now they're where they're supposed to be. Exactly. So don't get discouraged by what their success looks like, because it's not going to look the same. Exactly. Just do it. Go for it.
Because you know what? I was reading this book, and it pointed out that comparison is the thief of joy.
That's right.
It is a thief of joy. Never compare yourself to someone. And my personality, I always just jump. That's my personality. I'm a multitasker. My mind is always going, because I'm creative. And so I'm always thinking, sometimes I have to catch myself, because when people are talking to me, they may say one word and my mind start building on that word as to what I can do with that. And then I said, did you know you can do such and such and such, and I have to catch myself, because a lot of times, people may think that I'm not paying them any attention or that I'm ignoring them, but they said something that triggered my creativity, and immediately I start building on that. And that's the way my mind works, you know, and things of that sort. But you are so right. Just do it. Just do it. When God gives you something, even if it's like you said, Egypt, the how, you don't have to know the how. And myself, like they say, put the horse before the cart. I put the cart before the horse. You know, that's me. I just jackrabbit and I run off with it. And I learn as I go along. I learn as I go along. And then I go back, I step back and look at it. And then I tweak it and I say, oh, this is what I'm going to do next time. But I just hit the floor and I just run with it. I just go with it. Brianna, what would you say to inspire?
My biggest thing I would say is to, even when you feel a discouragement, just do it anyway. Keep going. Because yes, you're going to have moments where you don't feel like you're where you're supposed to be, but that's exactly where you need to be at that very moment. So don't get discouraged. Also, never be afraid to ask for help, because that was a big thing for me. I was not like networking or asking people for help in any form. And when I did, that's when I saw the changes. That's when business started going well, by stepping outside that box and asking for help. And as you said, like faith, prayer, like you gotta pray. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have to pray, or you're just gonna be out here willy-nilly and not what you want. Because at least when you prayed and you just go launching off leap of faith, you know that God is covering you through that everything. So those are my biggest things I would say.
And the thing about it, when you're an entrepreneur, as you did, Egypt, I started my mentoring group. I started in memory of my mother when she passed. And the only reason why I did it, you know, like I said, because she passed and that she taught all of us about education. And so in doing that, you know, it just, you know, just wanted to keep something alive, you know, in her memory of, you know, of doing that. But you ladies have been fantastic. One more question before we leave. Egypt, I mentioned, as well as you sent to me, that you and your husband, Carlos, now are doing real estate, you know, and so now you're into the realtor business and you all are out there selling homes. What does it feel like when a person closes on their home with you?
Oh my gosh, it's another ministry too, because, you know, as we know, being a homeowner is a way to break a generational curse as far as financial. It's a way to you can leverage being a homeowner. You know, you get equity in your house. So when we're helping those first time home buyers, it's just like it's a wonderful feeling. You just feel like really helping these people to leave something, a legacy behind. So coaching them through that, it's a great feeling. And when you get that check, you like, yes, you know, you want the check.
But you're helping them to accomplish their dream.
Yes, we're accomplishing dreams.
You know, and I know that you guys are encouraging them and praying and
you praying with them. I mean, I've had clients while I'm on the phone, and you know, you meet people, you meet single mothers or people who are going through divorce, and they're crying and they're like, I need a place for my children and my kids. And then all the things you know that God's been preparing you for, you can pour that onto, you know, your clients. I know that's how it is for me. So it's really relational. You know, it's not just a business transaction. It's a lot of things to go into it. I know people think like, oh, I'll just pick up and I'll go sell a house and I look cute. No, it's a lot. It's a lot of things. We can talk about that later. But as far as the relational piece, it's so important, because that's what keep your business going, building relationships with people and, you know, meeting people where they are. You meet all type of, you know, people who are going through just a lot of things, and you can help them get to the finish line. It's so rewarding. And
wow, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. Ladies, thank you all for coming on to Motivational Monday. I have enjoyed you all. I'm telling you, and the information that you have shared and what you guys are doing, I just continued success to each of you. And I'll be praying for all of you because this is awesome. Again, if you want to contact them, you can reach Brianna at Brianna Campbell, not Brianna Yvette, Michele Robinson, and Egypt Malone Walker. Contact these ladies on Facebook and tap into what they are doing. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Barbara.
Yes.
You're welcome. You are so welcome. Where's Peyton? Where Peyton at?
Upstairs.
She's
You saw
upstairs.
it. Okay. I know you caught me. She came down here. You know, she don't do right.
I still have to bring them on. Some of my little girls, they got scared, but I got to bring them on because Peyton got to come because she's a fashion designer herself, a stylist. I see her at church. I said, Peyton,
she heard her name.
She heard her name.
Heard her name. Look,
Hey,
she heard her
Peyton.
name.
Hey, Peyton. I see. I see Peyton at church.
She's wearing one of her designs. Look at her shirt.
Let's
She's
see.
wearing.
Oh, okay, now, Peyton.
She made these were leggings, and she made a shirt with cut split bell bottom sleeve.
No, let me see it again. Let me see that again.
Oh, you want to see it again? Come on.
Yeah.
Here's a sleeve. Ooh.
Oh, it's one bell bottom sleeve and another sleeve.
I have no words. I have no words. I'd see Peyton at church. I said, girl, where you working at? So she have her belts on and all that. She be dressed better than me. So anyway, but again, you guys, thank you all so much for coming on Motivational Monday. This was wonderful. Wonderful. I appreciate it so much. I had a good time. And I know that the ladies that's been listening, I know they had a good time as well. So thank you all. And I look forward to seeing the other things that you all doing in July when your line come out and all this other things. And I'm definitely looking for your modeling club and Lami. I'm definitely looking for that. So thank you all so much again for being here with me on Motivational Monday, motivating women. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was great. What can I say? Women are just doing some wonderful things. We heard some wonderful things tonight. Again, if you want to reach these ladies, there's Brianna Campbell. She's on Facebook. Michele Robinson. She's on Facebook, as well as Egypt Malone Walker. You can contact all of them and find out the wonderful things that they are doing with their business. Well, so thank you so very much again for being here with me tonight on Motivational Mondays. Hope you be with me on next Monday and invite a friend. Thank you and good night.